Moises Caicedo has been the player that the media has talked about the most, becoming the most expensive signing in the Premier League, for a price in which Chelsea paid €133 million, and in the last winter market we saw how they paid €121 million by Enzo Fernandez. The question here is not knowing where Chelsea gets so much money to spend, rather it is how Chelsea spends so much money on transfers and not breach financial fair play. Well, in this video I will tell you, and if you want to know the economic, financial, statistical side of soccer, do not forget to subscribe and share. This is Soccer Economy, a channel only for sports intellectuals. Well, to understand how Chelsea spends so much, we must first know what financial fair play is. It is a regulation by UEFA. Its objective is that no football team spend more than what it receives. Its function is to regulate, monitor, and improve the economic and financial capacity of football clubs. Basically, your task is to take the total revenue of each entity and subtract the costs and debt. The remaining figure is the amount that a club can allocate to salaries. It should be noted that UEFA only applies this to clubs that participate in the Champions League, Europe and Conference League. And each team that participates in these competitions has to demonstrate that it does not have any type of debt with its collaborators. Understanding this, we can know how Chelsea manages to avoid fair play, and the key is not in the players that have been sold or have left for free. The key is in the contracts of the newly acquired footballers. As we see in the image, the contracts are longer than 5 years. This would violate the FIFA statutes since it establishes that contracts must have a maximum duration of 5 years, with the option to renew. But here goes the first master move. In the Premier League there are no exceptions regarding the duration of contracts, and FIFA allows it as long as national laws are complied with, so Chelsea would not have any problems in that regard. And why are the contracts so long? Well, here is the second master move. This is due to the amortization expense, and you will wonder, what is an amortization expense? It refers to the distribution of the cost of an asset, whether tangible or intangible, and is used to determine the useful life of the asset. For example, Moises Caicedo, his transfer price was €133 million. We divide this by the contract years, which are 8. This gives us 16,625,000. Instead of registering in the total cost account, the price for which the player's transfer was paid that year is recorded in the intangible assets amortization account, and the amortization figure obtained is placed. It should be noted that this value is recorded every year during the term of the contract. The longer the duration of the contract, the lower the amortization expense. To all this, UEFA plans to change the rules of financial fair play, because many clubs will replicate this strategy in the future, and for this reason UEFA will implement that amortization expenses do not exceed 5 years, also that only 70% of the income is directed to the footballer, agents and signings, and this will be implemented in the 2025 to 2026 season. Chelsea this 2023-2024 season is obliged to win titles such as the Premier or the National Cups and qualify for the Champions League, otherwise it would have a notable reduction in income. This may affect the team's ability to cover its expenses, including his amortization expenses. In addition, the price of the players would be devalued in the market, and to generate income he would have to sell some and free up the salary mass, and since the player's price was devalued, the club would be forced to sell him for less than what he acquired it. Already this season, Chelsea does not play international competition, therefore, it does not obtain income from passing the round in each phase, also from the box office since it does not have home games in said competition. Although it is not profitable for the club to play the Europa League either, since the income from participating in this competition is very low. When Chelsea lifted the Champions League in the 20-21 season they earned €106.55 million, while the Villarreal that year for winning the Europa League earned €30.6 million. Although it should be noted that Chelsea also receives income from sponsorship, television rights and sale of shirts. But hey, tell me what you think of this movement. If you liked the video, don't forget to like it and subscribe. Leave your doubts in the comments and suggestions for future videos. Thanks.